Hey guys, today I want to discuss something that isn't talked about enough, and that is fouls in MMA. Something that annoys me is when a fighter commits a foul and the commentators make the assumption right away that it was unintentional. They even go as far as to try and convince the audience that it could not be intentional and make excuses as to why the foul landed, whether it was the angle of the kick or punch, placement of the hands. I think it's the UFC's doing that they tell them to do that so the sport isn't seen as dirty or barbaric. I can clearly see what happened in the replays, and it is clear as day that fouls are on purpose. I would say about 95% and up of all fouls are intentional. Think about it. Would you really question it if I told you John Jones, when he commits fouls in the cage, it's on purpose? He's known as a bad guy and a cheater, so it's probably not too hard to convince you. He does it almost every fight, a few times per fight. He pretty much has eye poked all his opponents several times. It's not about the placement of his fingers, it is to get an advantage during the fight, to make the opponents compromised, and to have an easier time fighting them. It's not a coincidence he fouls every fight. It's a pattern at this point. He got disqualified for doing 12 to 6 elbows against Matt Hamill in 2009. I think it's a silly rule, but it's the rules. He was breaking the rules even before becoming champion. And 10 years later, don't you remember how he almost got disqualified against Anthony Smith in 2019? When he kneed a down opponent to the head? Smith could have claimed the title if he had chosen not to continue. Remember how Peter Yan kneed Sterling in the head when he was down? That was no accident. His corner told him to throw a knee. It's on video, you can hear it. Unfortunately, for him, Sterling milked that and took the title from him. The worst part is, most of these fighters doing fouls, they could be the ones to win anyways, even if they didn't cheat. They just do it because it's a form of weakness. They doubt themselves too much that they feel like they need to cheat in order to guarantee a win. A guy like John Jones needs such a mental edge in order to fight. I think the rule should be if you do the foul once, depending how egregious it is, you may get a warning. But you do it twice, a point is automatically deducted. To be honest, even the first time would be ideal, but I don't think the commission will go for it. These fighters, they put everything on the line. Train hard, sacrifice. There's so much on the line if they win. It could lead to fame and fortune, to a title shot, or it could be the difference on winning the title. It could mean the title keeping it. It could mean that they could have financial security for them and their family. They put everything on the line and are willing to do anything to win. Yet people still think that an MMA fighter doing a foul could be on accident? No way. These are trained professionals. They work within inches or even centimeters. They know exactly what they're doing. Funny enough, you rarely see any fouls in training. That's because there will be no benefit to doing so. There are training injuries, sure. But when was the last time you heard of someone doing a bad foul in training, like a bad eye poke, a low blow, kneeing a downed opponent? Don't fall for the media nonsense that covers for these nice guy fighters. Anyone who commits fouls, it's on purpose. Only guys like Pajares, people can generally agree that he is just a dirty fighter. However, even nice guys like Chris Weidman cheat. He just recently won his fight by double eye poke. It is clear to see he was desperate for a long overdue win. Another nice guy that also cheated is GSP. He had his trainer rub Vaseline on his shoulders, so when he grappled Penn, it would be slippery, and GSP could gain a more favorable position. GSP also got the title by committing a foul on Hughes. He kept throwing kicks, resulting in low blows. He was desperate to win the rematch. He needed that mental edge and physical edge to secure the win. Daniel Cormier and Michael Bisping are two guys that are always complaining about other people cheating, yet that's hypocritical, since they have both eye poked people very badly. Bisping even kneed Jorge Rivera while he was down. Jorge was concussed after that and shouldn't have continued to fight. Bisping easily finished him after that. If you think him doing that was an accident, go see what Bisping did after the fight to Jorge's cornermen and then make your decision. Brian Caraway fish hooked Eric Perez. How could anyone say that was not on purpose? Bobby Green landed a headbutt on Jared Gordon, which instantly led to a knockout. How would anyone think that was an accident? In that case, the result was thankfully turned into a no contest because the replay, it was undeniable that he cheated. Referees also are to blame. Too many times I hear them tell the fighter that just committed the foul that they know it was unintentional. Really? How can they possibly tell it was an accident? They're not mind readers. They don't know their intentions. But what they can verify is that they landed an illegal move. They should be stricter and call fighters out for their nonsense. We should see referees take away points more often. That way, it would serve as a deterrent. All of a sudden, you would see a huge reduction in fouls for fear of losing decisions by point deductions. A point lost in a 3 round fight is detrimental and quite bad in a 5 round fight, too. Fighters would not see it as worth it to commit fouls anymore. Bottom line, all fighters who do fouls, it is on purpose. They see it as worth it since they are putting their health on the line and so much is at stake. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.